Good morning, Justin.
Good morning,
Yeah, I'd like to go over what happened during nighttime, Israel time. And I've just read the news. Trump was talking mainly about Turkey. He's saying Turkey is a good friend of his and Erdogan is a buddy and he likes him. He just doesn't understand, like I said before, clueless. He doesn't understand what Islam is like. He doesn't understand that Erdogan is going to do whatever it takes now to get technology, to get the F-35 that he wants so badly from the States in order to start a war with Israel. Hello, listeners. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the time. Subscribe to Middle East Unfiltered and join us for more unfiltered takes on the Middle East. Like the video if you want more honest content, and comment below. What topic should we cover next?
Okay, so Turkey is definitely a rogue nation, not friendly to the United States, not friendly to NATO, and yes, they still currently under sanctions, under the Castor sanctions from 2020, where they purchased Russian S-400 systems, and basically they're trying to get those sanctions removed, which would allow them entry back into the F-35 program. And Trump is basically accommodating this. He's calling him a friendly nation. He's saying that relations have warmed between himself and Erdogan, and that Erdogan can be trusted. And he spoke about Erdogan basically keeping them out of the war and being able to talk to them. But you know, it Erdogan is a danger. Turkey is a serious danger to the region, and Israel is definitely monitoring that situation strongly.
The fact that he's making a deal, was thinking, sitting at the table with the Iranians, it's not good. Not just for Israel also, but also for the Americans themselves, because they don't realize that whatever happened in every country that went down and surrendered to Islam, it's going to happen in the States. People don't understand that. They think that here in the States, nothing will happen. We're protected. They have to think again. In the States, the procedure is going to happen quicker. What do you say?
You know, I know that we're talking about the United States, but if you see all of the images coming out of Europe with all of the Muslims standing in the streets, praying in the streets, they're having some festivals where they slap their chest, and this is happening in America as well. And I think Europe was like the forerunner, so to say, and America is basically lagging a little bit behind that, but it's no, it's not less dangerous by any stretch. And we see what's happening with all the leadership takeovers in America with by Muslim leaders, and all the mosques being built and the street prayers and call for Sharia law. And yeah, the people are clueless. They don't know what's coming. They don't see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What do you think about Trump saying? He's saying that they've made a big progress with the Iranian. What kind of progress
Progress.
do you think they're making?
So progress for the Iranians, but not the Americans. So it seems at the moment that Iran is basically gets all the concessions. So America basically capitulates. Iran gets sanctions removed. Iran gets recognized as the custodian of the Strait of Hormuz, that they can close the strait at any time. They can threaten the strait at any time. They can charge tolls, even though Rubio is saying that according to international law, no country is allowed to charge any tolls or anything like this. And America is just totally capitulated. Iran is going to walk away with absolutely everything accommodating them. And it seems as if America is basically signing new clauses in the MOU to give Iran whatever they need in order to basically scale back the whole situation in the Middle East.
I didn't like the fact, that they actually tied up the agreement with Iran with Israel and Lebanon. It should have never been done. And what do they want, the Lebanese? They want us to withdraw, they want us to give them back the few kilometers that we took from them, because from those kilometers, they fired rockets at to Israeli citizens in order to kill them, obviously, because it's not for purpose of peace. We know that. Senator Lindsey Graham, was so right. I think he's been right all along. He said that we should not withdraw from Lebanon, and the chances of a real deal is almost zero. Is absolutely correct. I don't like the fact that they're thinking of giving the responsibility to the peace in the south of Lebanon to the Lebanese army. I mean, where was that army all those months? Nowhere. Where was the government all that time? Nowhere, because they're all together. The government of Lebanon is with Iran. The Lebanese army is with Iran. So you don't let these people actually be responsible. Even the word responsible is ridiculous.
It makes no sense. So I really like Lindsey Graham. I think he's a really great senator, and his hawkish position on all of the enemies of Israel has been really a boon over the last few decades. He sees the picture. I wish that the rest of the senators would see the picture. I don't understand why America has decided to offer training and arm the LAF, because, like you said, the LAF and the Hezbollah are the same, and Hezbollah and Iran are the same. So it's absolutely crazy, and I don't think that Israel should withdraw because it was hard-won territory, and it's you know, what a thing in vain, all the soldiers that lost their precious lives, and having to withdraw to give territory back to Iran, basically. This is disgusting.
It is, because if you look at the bigger picture, the fact that there is a binding thing, or the agreement includes Lebanon and Israel, tells me, and a lot of Israelis here, that Trump basically sacrificed Israel interest. That means he wants, if you look at the bigger picture, like I said, he wants Iran to remain a threat. Because, like we said, Hezbollah, Lebanon even. Lebanon is Iran. It's a proxy of Iran. So if it's there in the picture, nothing was done. And our dear soldiers pay the price. So let's basically conclude. What do you think? What are your thoughts? How is it going to go, if it's going to go?
I'll be brief. There's a new security arrangement being set up. I think this explains it all. There's talk of a new security arrangement being set up in the Middle East that basically moves away from, I'm talking now Arab nations, that moves away from American reliance and moves towards Iran. So after the whole war has been fought and everything has been laid bare, Iran comes out as the victor over a much more powerful nation like America, and America just doesn't get this. They don't understand that they needed to basically go full throttle, and basically no matter what happens with the Strait of Hormuz and these types of things, they needed to put immense pressure on Iran. They needed to defeat them. This was the war that they had to win. And they had to win that so they could show nations that are upcoming, like Turkey and the other Arab nations, that it's not feasible. You cannot go to war against the United States and you cannot go to war against Israel. And they've dropped the ball. So it was a huge miss. The West missed this.
True.
They needed to beat Iran now.
True. Huge miss. By the way, Turkey and Qatar had a military drill together. Also, Turkey had a drill with Egypt a few days ago. And I don't understand. Trump is so clueless when he said, we're going to bring Iran to the Stone Age. What Stone Age? You're actually helping its economy grow bigger and bigger.
So Turkey's hosting the NATO summit, the upcoming NATO summit. So it's crazy what you've just said about Turkey hosting these joint military exercises with all of these adversaries, and then sitting down at the end of this month in July to host one of the largest NATO summits in Ankara. It just shows you how upside down everything is.
Yeah. So what can I say? We just have to wait and see. Israel is strong. We're going to stay here on the map forever and ever, but I fear for the states. What was done with this MOU, it's not okay. And this is an understatement that I'm saying. Okay, thank you, Justin.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Listeners, if you liked what you heard, comment, like, share, and subscribe. See you later.